refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take a few to lose. Built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we will be talking about a couple topics that happened throughout the week of baseball. We've got Mike Trout versus Judge. We're going to talk about the Mets' struggles as of late. We are going to also talk about Ohtani. And then I'm going to give you a Cy Young dark horse with a week or 2 weeks into 3 weeks into the season. All right. But before we get into that, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video and subscribing to this channel so you guys do not miss out on any other videos that I will be posting throughout the MLB season. I will probably be going live every Sunday night or Monday morning, whatever works best with life. So here going forward, so you can set me up on schedule, right? And I want to make sure that you guys are also liking and subscribing to the other shows on the Refuse to Lose network. We've got CTC, Carl Talking College, RBO, Real Ballers Only, with Vaughn. We've got the In the Red Corner boxing show. We've got football with Coach Coombs. And then we have Dave's Doghouse, gives you the highlights and the lowlights of every show, of every sports person throughout the week. And then we have the AJ show, right? There's no longer the show with Joe, but make sure you guys are tuning into that. All the links are in the description down below. So let's get right into it. So first topic of the day, we're going to talk about the matchup of Trout versus Judge. If you did not tune in to these 4 games, then you missed out on some very good baseball. Very entertaining. It was exactly what you want in a matchup of 2 former MVPs, 2 generational type talents, as the media would call them. The series was split team-wise. Both teams ended up winning 2 games in this series, right? So there's no real advantage that way. But we can go through the stats a little bit and how electrifying it was to see these guys just mash the ball all over Yankee Stadium. Mike Trout went 7 for 16 with 5 home runs and 9 RBIs. He was the first player in MLB history to be a visiting player and hit a home run in every game of a series against the Yankees in Yankee Stadium. So shout out to him for that. And then Judge goes 4 for 17 with 4 home runs, 5 RBIs. The first night of the series, both guys go deep twice in the game. Judge hit a home run early in the game in the first inning to put the Yankees up ahead. And then Trout answered in the 4th or the 5th. And then Judge didn't like that the Angels were throwing up and in against him. He took a pitch and he kind of looked out towards the mound like, okay, that's what we're going to do. And Michael Kay, announcing the game, says, this is a time when Aaron Judge needs to hit a bomb right now. And that's exactly what he did. And then Mike Trout just comes up and hits another one. So that was very fun to watch. It was like 2 heavyweight boxers just exchanging haymakers for an entire round. Just no breaks, just back and forth. It was some great baseball to watch. Everybody's always saying that baseball is boring and all this stuff, but if you got matchups like this and the guys are healthy and they're going out there and producing, this is exactly what we need for the sport, right? All the young kids watching the sport, they like Judge or Ohtani, right? That's usually their favorite players. And for my generation, when we were growing up, it was Trout or Harper. So it's fun to see 2 generations going at it and still being able to put on a good show for the game. But I hope to see more of that. I hope to see a healthy season of Mike Trout finally, because he can put up some numbers, MVP-like numbers. When he's healthy, he's one of the best, no question about it. So I'm really interested to see how this matchup goes throughout the season, because if healthy again, Mike Trout can make a run for the MVP, and Judge, being the best hitter in the game and being the reigning MVP, he's going to put up a fight for it as well. So make sure you tune into that throughout the year. I'll definitely be touching on that as the season goes on. Then we go into the next topic. We will be talking about the New York Mets. Just some very, very, very bad baseball. It's an 11-game losing streak, the longest since 2004. They are falling in the division right now. And they're just finding new ways to lose every single game. Yesterday, on the verge of the 11th game, they were up going into the bottom of the 9th. They were up 1, and they put their new closer in Devin Williams. Put him in the game. He gives up the lead. And then they go into extras, and they end up losing that game with Craig Kimbrell on the mound. I don't understand why Craig Kimbrell is even still pitching, but him on the Mets, it's awesome, because if that's the result that's gonna take place every time, just a complete meltdown of the Mets, then I'm here for it, right? We also got to talk about the offensive struggles. This is what really is leading this losing streak. The Mets have been outscored 62-19 in this 11-game losing streak. They have no leader, right? Soto's been out for a couple weeks, and that's really when the losing started happening. And nobody has been able to step up and consistently be that guy in the lineup to push guys to be better and have better games and better results. You would think it would be, quote unquote, Captain Francisco Lindor, but he's been playing bad. I understand offensively he's going to take some time to get back into his way of things, just because of the surgery on the hamate bone. I know that takes some time, so I'm not really gonna push too much on that. But his mental side of the game right now is just not there. Him getting picked off at first base while he's adjusting his sliding mitt was some of the most embarrassing things that you can do on a baseball field. Like, and then he goes out and he doesn't know how many outs there are in an inning when there was a routine double play to be made, but he just steps on second and starts running towards the dugout. But obviously his teammates go, there's 2 outs, and then he notices and shakes it off. And then just last series versus the Dodgers, there were 2 instances where he strikes out, and I mean, it's probably because of the moment. Like, he was facing Ohtani on Jackie Robinson Day. He throws 100 right by him. He gets him swinging. It's probably like, damn. But it just doesn't look good as a leader to be striking out on a pitch outside of the zone that you're swinging at, and then your result is a smile. Like, I get it. That's your nickname, Mr. Smile, but I don't think that was the time to be doing that. And then there was a routine ground ball that Teoscar hit. Teoscar Hernandez hit to him, and he took his slow little approach to the ball, fielded it, threw it, and Teoscar Hernandez ended up being safe, and that led to more runs happening for the Dodgers later on in that inning. So I feel like for the Mets to get back on track, one, they need to get Juan Soto back to set up an identity in this lineup, or for this lineup, and have a threat for the opposing pitchers. Right now, opposing pitchers, they come in to Queens, or the Mets are going into their stadium. They know that there's not really anybody that you fear in that lineup outside of Juan Soto right now, the way that they're playing. So that just gives pitchers extreme confidence to attack the zone and be a better version of themselves, because they're telling themselves, yeah, these guys aren't who they are right now, and they're playing at it's been some bad baseball, right? Lindor's gone out and said this feeling sucks. I'm sure it does, but I think that the Mets just need to, as easy as it sounds coming from me, they just need to figure it out, right? Easy to say right now, coming from me again, because I'm not up there trying to hit 95 to 100 mile per hour fastballs and stuff like that and playing in the MLB. But you're professionals, right? That's your job at the end of the day. Figure it out. 11 game losing streak, when some of these games are they're embarrassing scores. Outscored 62-19 during this stretch. And if they lose 12 in a row, history won't be on their side to make the playoffs, because no team that has lost 12 straight games has gone to the playoffs that year. Are the Mets going to be that team that doesn't make the playoffs again? Second year of signing Juan Soto, first year of going out and getting Polanco and Bichette and all these guys that you went out and got during the offseason. Is that just going to be the Mets' way of doing things? Right? But they also need to get healthy, right? And that's a part of the game, right? You got to be next man up. They got to figure out a first baseman too. I don't know what they're doing over there. It looks like they're holding mid-season tryouts for first base with Brett Beatty and Polanco. After Polanco went down in injury, they're having Melendez be over there. So I don't know what they're doing over there. But as a Yankee fan, I love them losing. I love this losing streak. I hope it lasts the rest of the season. Probably won't. But a man can hope, right? So now we're going to go on to the next topic. We are going to talk about Shohei Ohtani. And specifically, Shohei Ohtani not hitting when he's pitching the last start of his against the Mets. He went out there and dominated. 7 innings, I think, gave up 1 run. His ERA is 0.2 or 0.3 or something like that, 0.5, somewhere around there. He went out and got 10 Ks against the Mets. But he didn't hit that day. And I think that's the first time in his career that he's taken that approach for a game. It obviously worked out for the pitching side of things. They were able to win that ball game as well. So they didn't really lose out on Ohtani's bat. But obviously, with the player that Ohtani is, you did lose out on his bat for that game. My thing is, why aren't you hitting? There's a couple things that come to my mind when I think about this. It's he can be tired, right? Because a couple years ago when he was on the Angels, he showed some fatigue and stuff like that. Is it finally getting to him, right? Is he taking his time to come back from the Tommy John? Is this precautionary, right? Does he not want too much strain on his body when he's out there pitching? Or I also thought, I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but he has been forgetting that, well, not forgetting, but someone needs to remind him that it's his turn to bat when he gets the 3rd out of an inning. He's so mentally locked in on the mound that he just forget he's done it twice. And they've had to remind him, like, yo, Shohei, you got to go hit. He's like, oh, whoa. So maybe that's a part of it. I don't see a problem with it. If you're going to go out and be as dominant as you are on your start day, go out there and do whatever you have to do. If it's not hitting, then that's fine. But I just feel like it's something to be talked about. Just in case down the road it gets brought up. I think we need to start paying attention to it now, right? Ohtani is one hell of a player. He's known as a unicorn, and he's the guy that can pitch and hit. He can throw 100 miles per hour and hit a ball 450 in the same day. But now he's taking those days where he pitches and he's not hitting. So what is going on? Is he realizing that, hey, I can't do that at that level every single 5th day, right? The Dodgers also have the luxury of having a lot of guys in their pitching rotation, so he can have extra rest days, stuff like that. So it's just something that you guys should be paying attention to throughout the season. Wondering how Dave Roberts is going to handle that. And then we go to the final topic of the day. I'm giving you a Cy Young dark horse. This man is 5-0, a .28 ERA, 32.2 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts, only 1 run allowed, and it was on a solo home run. First 2 outings, he did not allow a run. He went 6 innings, only giving up 2 hits in both of his first 2 outings of the season. And his last 3 outings, he's gone out and gotten 10 Ks, 10 Ks, and then his most recent outing was 8 Ks. So he's going out there and pitching extremely confident, and it's resulting in some extremely dominating numbers. He plays for the Angels, and his name is José Soriano. Everybody talks about the screwball and the crochet and all the other names, right? The Cam Schlittler and the Max Fried and those guys, the big names. But nobody's talking about this guy. He's going out there and dominating every single fifth day. Right now, if he keeps this up, dare I say it, the Angels contend, right? Maybe the momentum feeds off to the rest of the pitching rotation, and the offense just clicks like that. You got Joe Adele going out there making the crazy plays that he's making. Mike Trout, healthy, going out and having an MVP-like season. Who knows? Maybe they could contend. But this guy is the leader right now. He's going out there every fifth day and just being lights out. Nothing you can ask more from José Soriano right now. He knows that the team is struggling, right? And he knows that every fifth day they're relying on him to go out there and get a win. And right now, he's lights out. Make sure you tune into his next start, because I know I will. And if you are a betting guy, really pay attention, right? But that is the end of the show. I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. The next show, again, will be next week, either Sunday or Monday, depending on how life works. I hope you guys have a great week. We got some great matchups. Yankees, Red Sox starting up on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday matchup. I will be in Fenway Thursday night to watch Cam Schlittler absolutely dominate the Red Sox. I can't wait. But go Yankees. Of course, I can't go a show without saying go Yankees. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and see you next time on BWT.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.